It's new pen day. The folks over at BENU Pens were kind enough to send me a hand-painted pen to try out. Let's take a look. For those of you who are unfamiliar with BENU, they are a company out of Armenia, and their whole premise is to make writing instruments that are bold, playful, and creative. They've got very unique designs to them, and I'm not personally drawn to very over-the-top designs or aesthetics, but I am very intrigued by what BENU is doing, and I think they are doing something that's very unique within the pen community, stationery community. I love some of their designs, and I think they're absolutely amazing. Here's one of the previous pens that I have had from BENU. This is the Tiger's Eye Talisman in the Talisman category, or Talisman lineup. Stunning, stunning pen. So much so I love, it's in my daily driver. I love writing with this pen. Also writes really well. But we're not here to talk about the Tiger's Eye Talisman. We're here to talk about what's in this guy. When I was given the opportunity to review or pick a pen, I decided that I wanted to look at the Euphoria lineup as well as a hand-painted pen, just to see the intricacy that's involved within hand-painted pens. So let's unbox this guy. Inside the box, you get the pen sleeve, cartridge, and a little bit of a write-up here just on the warranty and care instructions, and some packaging. Inside the pen sleeve is the pen, and it is absolutely stunning at first glance. The Euphoria is slightly longer in length than the Talisman pen here. For comparison, here's a Lamy 2000, and here's a custom 743, as well as a TWSBI Eco. Just gives you an idea of the length here. It's a screw cap. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I counted that right. 1, 2, 2. Almost 2 turns. I don't know why I did that. The number of turns never really concerns me, but if that's of interest to you, there you go. It's a beautiful number 6 Schmidt nib, like the Tiger's Eye Talisman, same exact nib. These nibs are absolutely incredible. They're stainless steel nibs, but they write so buttery smooth. And I think that goes a long way to obviously the overall practicality and functionality of the pen. Tapered grip section, threads, a little bit of a step up into the barrel here. The hand-painted portion of the design is protected, as I can see, and might be hard to see within the camera here. But the hand-painted portion is protected by the clear acrylic nature of the body, so you won't actually ever get to the design itself, if that's of a concern. Bottom cap, nice and rounded, nothing to write home about. The cap itself is threaded. You can post this pen, although I wouldn't recommend it just because of the threads. You might damage the body. And posting the pen, it is snug in terms of a post, adds quite a bit of length onto the pen. Makes it very back heavy. I find the balance in my hand perfect. Beautiful top finial, somewhat rounded, and a very strong pen clip. Inside, the standard international converter. It's 280 Canadian dollars. You can order them directly from BENU. You can also get them from distributors in Canada, US, across the world. Keep in mind that certain distributors will have special editions just exclusive to them. For example, Goulet Pens has a lavender tea, I think, if that's the right name, down in the States, and they have an exclusive design just available to them. So you might not be able to get all the special editions from BENU themselves. And you might not be able to get all the hand-painted editions from BENU themselves. They tend to have special agreements or editions available with certain distributors. So keep that in mind if you're looking for a particular design. This one here comes directly from BENU, and it is stunning and gorgeous. The artist who designed this pen and who hand paints these, her name is Nana. That's the short form. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce her name and get it horribly wrong. However, if you're interested in learning more about her description or some information about her is in the description below. She's responsible for some of the BENU pen hand-painted designs here, the Summer Magic, Snowfall Mirage, Purple Hearts, etc., etc. I think it's so great that BENU partners with artists and offers this ability to have these special edition pens available. Let's take a closer look at the writing sample here. I'm gonna ink it up with some Iroshizuku ink. This is Murasaki Shikubu. Gosh, I'm gonna mispronounce that and butcher that. This is a lovely purple, matching purple with purple here, so I thought we'd do that. The Talisman and the Euphoria are pretty comparable, just ever so slightly different in length. And I do like that the Euphoria feels just a little bit better in my hand. Now the Schmidt nibs are incredibly smooth in my opinion. Right off the bat, identical writing experience to my Talisman that I own over there. These are just lovely nibs to write with. Good ink flow. That's also dependent on the ink characteristic here. Iroshizuku inks are generally very well behaved. I like the medium nib. Feels appropriate to a proper medium. Some European medium nibs can write very wet, very wide. I like having a balance between a medium and a fine, just making sure that it writes just a little bit wetter when it comes to medium nib, but not so wet that it overwhelms. And whereas I find fine nibs tend to do a great job in writing a fine line, but then you don't necessarily get the ink characteristics to show up. No flex in the nib. It's a stainless steel nib. That's to be expected. If you push a little hard, you might get just a touch. Although I would not recommend attempting to use it with any sort of flex. It's got a little bit of a bounce, but I wouldn't push it too hard. It's not as forgiving as a gold nib. Lovely pen. You can check this out on the BENU website. Like I said, I would highly recommend it. For the price point, I do think you're getting quite a nice pen. It's hand painted. It's a custom design. Because it's hand painted, every pen will be slightly different. I really love the detail on the moon. I think I will be adding this to my daily driver collection. But knowing my wife, she'll probably steal this in a heartbeat. Thanks very much for watching. Thank you, Julie at BENU Pens, for sending this over. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye for now.